Okay, so we're back. This is going to be a Archer level 90 um solo of Iron 1, Iron 2, and well, maybe some of Ice. I don't think I'll get through all of Ice, because at level 90, even soloing Ice is quite difficult on an Archer. Guess I'll go over some build here. So level 90, I've got a Revenge Bow with a Dev mix on it right now. Since aging it is pointless at the moment. I've just got straight up Wyvern armor. I could probably put a mix on it, but armor is really not like the world's most important thing on an archer, in all honesty. Here, let me turn off live split. Um, I have a defense rating mix for my gauntlets. I think defense rating is the best you can do for gauntlet mixes because defense also adds absorption. So you get a little bit of both when you do a defense mix, whereas if you do a just abs mix, you don't get defense. If you do the combo mix, you don't get as much as you would if you do the defense mix. So that's my thought there. I do the HP mix on the bracelets always. And then, yeah, let's go over the stats. I've got enough strength to use the armor, and that's it. I've got base health. Enough spirit for... Is that a divine? No, I'm using an Inferno. But, I mean, spirit is kind of like whatever you have a high spirit, but, it doesn't need to be, like, super high or anything. Talent is 90. At some point soon, I'll probably up that to 100 for the extra crit percent, but not yet. And then the rest in agility. And that's that. Other important thing is make sure you have a shield to switch into. That is like key, and have a metal hand crossbow so you can do buffs and stuff on yourself, like force of nature with your offhand. That is like, do not underestimate the importance of having a good shield on an archer, because a properly played archer should be swapping weapons constantly. Basically, anytime you're running around, you're doing a weapon swap. So when I do this solo, I just go straight for the hell spawn. Something to keep in mind, I have not played Archer in a very long time, besides some practice I just did before starting up this. So, I will probably make mistakes, but I can give you a rough idea of how this goes down. So, as always, make sure you got a force on. Murky Force, Divine Force, whatever you can afford. Do not underestimate... I should have gone over skills. Damn it. We'll do that in a second. Just do a little example here, and then I'll switch. I need to zoom out a little bit. So, you'll notice, I mean, kiting. Just like everything about Archer is kiting. You can take any... Basically, when it comes to, like, leveling an Archer, you can basically take any map that you can go to. That's like... How do I put this? Like, if you're within a reasonable amount of levels of a map, you should be able to solo every single map. Like, I can solo with an Archer Oasis Hellspawn at, like, level 31. Like, with an Archer, you should be able to do pretty much everything before other people can get there. Just because of the kiting capability. But, like, the goal with Archer, don't get hit. It's really what it comes down to. When you're going to get hit by range mobs like this, and you're going to have these vampiric machines, which are going to cause an annoyance because you can't lure them. But, that's really what it comes down to with Archer. I'll go over my build here in just a moment. Oops. I thought you was closer to death. I want to get all these guys lured over to this vampiric machine so I can finish him off while getting other mobs. All right, let's go over skills. Finish off this Iron Guard and quick look. So, what skills am I rocking? I am doing a perforation build. Now, when it comes to Archer, there's two approaches, really, with the current state of the game. You can do a perforation build, or you can do a bomb shot build. Bomb shot basically requires that you target a demon in order for it to actually outdamage perforation. If you don't target a demon, it will do less damage than perforation. It also takes longer to use. So it's like it's good in certain situations. Perforation is good in certain situations. It's really a play style based thing and a what situation you're in choice. I always max out Golden Falcon because that 15 HP regen is absolutely overpowered as hell. Um, you just you don't think about HP regen as being that important outside of like VR or something, right? But it's actually so important. And you become so tanky when you've got a level 10 Golden Falcon. Other than that, I have, let's see here, scrolling through. I do level 10 Shooting Mastery. I do that. I tend to level that one up later because it doesn't give you as much of a boost. Since it's based on your weapon attack damage, so it doesn't really add a lot until late game or later game. I'm currently using Wind Arrow as my single target skill, but actually, is that the best these days? I don't actually know. I think it is. Perfect Aim is an option too for like demon mobs, but I just like Wind Arrow. I'm classic. Dion's Eye is like almost 100% pointless because it increases attack rating, which sounds good, but perforation and bomb shot don't miss. So if your primary damage dealer is perforation or bomb shot, Dion's Eye does literally nothing for you, so there's no reason to up it. Raising Falcon is pointless because you don't use Falcon for the damage, you use Falcon for the HP regen. The damage is just nothing. During leveling, Arrow of Rage is great until you can get perforation, but after that, it's pointless. And Avalanche is... Oh, Avalanche is the one you could be using instead of Wind Arrow. But note that it's bugged at level 10 currently. And it goes fastest at level 9. So don't ever get it to level 10. Tier 4, we've got... God damn it. Level 10 Force of Nature for that added attack power. Plus 100 attack power, always good. I don't use Phoenix Shot at all. This is the skill that many archers will use as their single target damage. Wow. Why was nothing spawning and now it's just spawning constantly? Late game at level 10, archers will use this as their single target. Which is viable. It uses a lot of mana. You can get away with using Avalanche level 9, I think. Can't remember what the damage comparison is, but this is definitely the highest damage. It's just the most mana spendy. So I don't even bother with Phoenix Shot, because I don't care about single target, like, at all on this character. Evasion Mastery, I have extra stats. I'm not going to bother with Wolverine, because I never use it, really. So I just pop it into Evasion Mastery, because why not? It's essentially free block rating, so. And that's it. That's the build. So let's get back to it. Whoops. So kind of like what I was saying before, though, the most important aspect of archer play is always your groupings, your luring, and your kiting. You get those working, I mean, you can take any spawn. Assuming there's not a ridiculous number of ranged mobs. Ranged mobs are your nightmare. So you'll see, like, for the most part, I rarely use single target attacks. It's usually just if I know that a monster gets down to low health. And it's, like, the only monster left. I'll finish it off with it, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, the really only reason I have the single target skill is for, like, battle or something. An ideal grouping here. Too many grotesques for my liking. It's the downside of any AoE build is when you get that map's like big boy monster, in this case grotesques, they just take so long to kill. Something else I say is never get your attention focused on one monster. You know, if you get down to, you know, you perforated the entire mob and there's just one left and you just got a little bit of health left, just leave him be. Just leave him be and get another group lured in. Because it's just not worth the mana, essentially. Like, it commonly happens with grotesques because they just take so much longer to kill. So, I'll just pull away. Get another group lured up. These archers are going to be a pain. They're not so much a pain because they hit you. They're a pain because they just, like, look at them. They just don't want to lure to me. I just want to get them grouped so I can start perforating. Oh, I should mention about perforation. With perforation, you want to target the furthest away monster that you can. You don't want to target one that's close by. If you target one that's close, see if it works on this one. Oh, he moved. Well, anyway, the further it will hit everything in the line from your character to the point you target, and then it will go past the target a little ways, but it doesn't go for infinite. So basically, like, you want to get things in this area. You don't want to target this Iron Guard and hope it hits the Chain Golem. It's not going to happen. What are we at here? Oh, we're at 94. Okay, we're almost done with this. Alright, so there we go. That's your solo queue at 9x. Archer Iron 1. So let's go do the solo queue for Iron 2. Pretty much gonna be the same. The only big change is gonna be D machines. D machines are gonna hit and make you flinch a lot. But it's survivable. Okay, Heart of Peril. Now, I gotta figure out what spawn I want to take. In the past, I've done this one here that we're coming up to, but I don't think this is the most efficient anymore. I think that other one over on the east side actually spawns faster. Also, the one on the east side just has a lot of space. And if there's one thing that's good with a archer, it's having a lot of space. I guess we'll just pick up Iron Fist. So. Okay, here we are. So yeah, pretty much the same. Just getting hit for a little bit more. Mostly from the D machines. And the Metrons too. Or sorry, not Metrons, Runic Guardians. Runic Guardians D machines. Cause a little bit more of a headache in Iron 2, but they aren't the strongest monsters, so it's not too bad. But it does make it a little bit more complicated. A lot of Runic Guardians. I think a Babel just spawned. Try to get those out of the way. I guess another thing I would say with Archer is Archer's squishy. Archers are gonna die quick if you're in the middle of the combat, so you get to half health, you get to 3/4 health, you get to 2/3 health, you pot. Just keep using potions. You're already gonna use less potions to begin with, just because you're ranged. So don't worry about like spamming potions too much. Just play safe. I mean, I don't even have a third eye on right now, and I can basically maintain the amount of potions I'm using just from drops. As long as I'm picking up. Ooh, I'm getting a little risky. I shouldn't have swapped out of my shield. There we go. Did I do that too early? I did. Whoops. Look how out of practice I am. Casting my FON just before it ran out. Whoopsie. I feel like something's busted with the luring. This doesn't seem to be luring right these days. Like, you'll see those monsters that just stop following me. They shouldn't be doing that so suddenly. And then again, it might just be because my movement speed is too. Oh, I was not paying attention and I almost died. Good job, me. See, that's how quick it can happen. I looked over at Twitch chat and almost died. But I just don't feel like, I don't know. It might be movement speed related because you do move a lot faster in the server than you ever did in Classic PT. I mean, what is my movement speed? 13. 13, and that's pretty low by Pristontale EU standards. This is kind of getting a little weird here. Okay. Getting too many Runic Guardian build up. That can easily happen when you're doing this because you're just running around luring things and like you'll get monsters to shoot at, but your range monsters will always be outside of your like main attacking area, and then they just start building up, and that's what's happened here. See, like I want to run these guys opposite side so I can get the runics. Come on. There we go. You might think to yourself, hey, crystals are a good thing. I should use crystals when I'm doing this. Like Guardian Saints. Whoops. Wrong weapon. No. They just mess up all luring. It becomes way harder to manipulate the spawns, and your perforations will be worse. Because it'll be harder to get them grouped up properly for high damage perforations. So I do not recommend using them. I mean, I don't even use Wolf, as you can see. Alright, what are we at? 94? Come on, monsters. Follow me. Follow me. Now, you could probably finish this solo queue in Iron 2 faster. Much faster than this. By doing a bomb shot build and then targeting Omegas. Because they're demons. So they'll do that bonus damage around everything. But I think you get the idea of how this works. Well, I guess we're going to Pillai. I think I'm gonna skip on Ice. Ice is much more complicated, and Ice 1 is just, like, it's just painful. I mean, it's painful for every class, Archer included. Mostly because of the freeze effect. That freeze effect just negates so much that you can do. Because kiting becomes harder, basic attacking becomes harder, so much becomes harder because of that. There's a reason why most people skip Ice 1 when leveling up. They'll do, like, the most basic of quests there, and then they'll just go back to Iron 2. Because Ice 1 is just that much of a pain. So don't feel too bad if you're unable to do the solo queue on Ice 1, because it's a pain in the ass for everybody. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it then for me tonight. A little shorter stream than I was expecting, but that's all right. Let's spend the night doing something else. Next Friday though, June 25th, 1 week from right now, Season 3 launch night. You want to experience the best possible way to play Pristontale. That's it. Start that night. Start that day. Start when it launches. You will have parties the whole way through. It is a blast. And my best memories in Pristontale come from season launches. I cannot tell you enough how much fun it's going to be. So, anyway, everybody, have yourself a good evening, a good night. I'm gonna go grab myself some leftover pizza, and I will see you all maybe before next Friday, but for sure next Friday. Take care, everyone.